I will.
Okay.
Okay.
Morning. Yay. Well,
Welcome everybody.
so good
Glad
to
to
see
see
you
so
guys
many
on
faces.
the Oh my gosh. Fun, fun, fun. We've got Shira, Sarah, Betty, and Denise on with us tonight, and may have some more people join us. But thank you guys for taking a half hour out of your Monday evening to spend with us. There's Charlita. So, hey. Um, So anyway, we're going to just get started, and we wanted to kind of review. And Susan, you might have to do this because I thought I had it written down, but I don't have it in front of me. We're going to review the homework assignments from last week. And if you did get all your assignments done, raise your hand if you got all your assignments done from last week.
Good, Shira.
All right, very good. Congratulations. If you didn't, you need to communicate with either Susan or I tomorrow and let us know what has stopped you, what parts that you might need a little bit of help with. So make sure to let us know. But Susan, you want to go over those real quick? Do you have those in front of you?
I do have them in front of me. Our homework from last week was to set up your personal website through Mary Kay. So get that taken care of. Then we wanted you to load the Great Start app onto your phone and kind of start playing around in there. That is still one of the most best kept secrets, I think. It's probably not secret, it's just I wasn't aware of it. And I am amazed at the things that you can access just through that app. It's called the Great Start app. The third thing was to begin your Mary Kay University training. That is on the InTouch website as well. And we didn't say you had to get to a certain point, just get started on that. The fourth thing was to set up a Facebook group that you can start posting things about your business. You've seen that Teresa and I have one called Teresa's Lifestyle and Beauty Lounge. So mine says Susan's Lifestyle and Beauty Lounge, and yours can say Sarah's Lifestyle and Beauty Lounge. You can copy everything that we do, but you just need to get something set up so that you have a special place to put videos and business type of posts other than just your personal Facebook group. The fourth thing was to go ahead and start making some social media posts to introduce your new business to your Facebook followers. And the last thing was to set a date with your director to have a virtual grand opening, a virtual business debut, much like we do on Saturday mornings, but we'll do it for you and your business. So those were the 6 things.
Okay. So
Got it?
If you missed one or two of them, we want you to be winners when we finish this course. And so if you've missed something or something's kind of stopped you, please text us, call us, whatever, communicate with us so we can help you over what might be a little hurdle. We don't want anything to stop you. That's what we're here for. Tonight, what we wanted to do is just kind of pull back for a second, because I think there's a lot of information at the very beginning when you start getting on InTouch and you get your starter kit, and you can get easily overwhelmed. Anybody get a little overwhelmed with all the stuff that comes? Okay, Sarah's like, yeah. Sarah is saying yes, you get overwhelmed. And that's just normal, because it's exciting, it's fun, and it's kind of like shiny objects. You go, oh, that's cool, I want to learn about that. Oh my gosh, what a great idea, that's a good idea. Oh, I saw that on Facebook, I want to try that. And so you know what I'm talking about. And InTouch has just got so much information. We've got our group pages, so it can be overload. And so we thought tonight, before we move on into some of the very basics of the booking of the business, booking, coaching, selling, recruiting, we just kind of want to pull back and talk about keeping it simple, because this is not rocket science. This is not hard. Sometimes we make it hard. And all this information that's coming at you, it's there to help you, but you don't need it all right off the bat. And you did sometimes, I think, through the process, you figure out what you need to learn, and you go learn that instead of trying to have everything come at you and absorb it all. And trust me, you'll hear things, the same things over and over and over again, because really the basics of the business have never changed since 1963. Susan, would you agree?
I agree. Oh, do you want me to say more than that?
That was good. I'm glad. I'm just glad. I just wanted you to agree with me. That's okay.
I agree. And she's right. It is easy to get on overload. And then a confused mind does nothing. So it's best to just pace yourselves. And I know that it sounds like we had a whole lot of homework for you last week. They really were all kind of connected, you know, playing around on Mary Kay University and the Great Start app, getting your website set up. We gave you basically one thing a day to do. You could have done it all probably in a couple hours, but we spread it out over the week. So just take baby steps, baby steps.
Good, good. So let's just talk about what we do. Let's just talk about what this business really is and how really simple it is. The first thing is that you love the product. I mean, because don't you agree that if you love something, if you find a cool pair of shoes or a great purse or a great place to shop or whatever, you want to share it with your girlfriends and you are all about it. You're passionate. You don't have to sell them on anything because you're in love with it. They're going to be in love with it. You know what I'm talking about? So I think it's the very same thing with our business. Love the products. And that means that you should be using Mary Kay head to toe. You shouldn't be pulling out brand X lipstick, you know, with you've got your Mary Kay pin on and you're using, you know, a green lipstick or whatever. So make sure, you know, it may be a transition for you. It was for me. I know when I was a brand new consultant, I had a drawer full of all kinds of cosmetics and I had a real hard time throwing all that stuff away. So my daughter was young at the time, and so I finally just boxed it up and let some of it be her play makeup, and then I threw it away. But the only way you're going to fall in love with the product is to be using it head to toe. Your skincare, you know, get all the products out of your starter kit. Use even the products that you may not even think would be for your skin. If you're combination oily, use the stuff for normal to dry just to see what it feels like on your skin. If you're normal to dry, use the combo to oily. And that way you know what it feels like and you can talk from your heart. Susan, any thoughts on loving the product?
Yes, where you said love the product and wear the product. Feels a little hypocritical to be saying that today because I have very little color product on. But remember that you represent all of us. So when you're out in the world, you know, you don't want anybody to be surprised to learn that you're in the beauty business. So let that sink in for just a second. Nobody should go, really? Beauty business, huh? You don't have to be this glamour queen or anything, but you should look put together, you know? And I don't think that's an issue for anybody on this call. But when you're out and about, it is best to put a little Mary Kay on to head out the door. And I totally agree. Make sure that what you're using is all Mary Kay. And you might stop and think, well, but I like this certain perfume. You know, you should find a Mary Kay fragrance that you like because somebody will compliment you on that and you'll have to say, oh, well, it's not Mary Kay. Well, you just made a sale for, you know, whatever brand. And you should be making a sale for yourself. So do you like that? I love this too. This is a Mary Kay's fragrance. So wear the product, wear it well, represent all of us when you're out and about. And I think that's a big, big part of it.
Yeah. Be
your own best advertisement.
Yeah, be your own best advertisement, be your own best customer. You know, I guarantee you that if you will use Mary Kay head to toe, and I mean the supplements, the body care, fragrance, as Susan said, you know, satin hands, you will fall in love with our product line and you'll be able to then sell from your heart. You don't have to read a lot of ingredients or understand or memorize that because you're selling something that you love. So number one, love the product. Susan, what's number two?
Number two is we schedule appointments. Mary Kay would call that a booking. You're going to book appointments or some type of opportunity to share the product with people. Right now, it's a little different. You know, we're back in the old days of 2019, before all of this hit and turned our world upside down. You know, I would pretty much bring Mary Kay into the conversation with a new friend or somebody that I just hadn't shared the product with before. I said, you know what? I would love to have you over for a cup of coffee and a Mary Kay play date. I think it'd be a fun opportunity for us to catch up, learn a little bit more about each other, and have some girlfriend fun at the same time. You want to do that? Let's compare calendars and find an hour where you could come over to my place. And that always worked really well for me. I was just always most comfortable working it into a conversation. And it was very heartfelt because I really do love to do that. And so what we do is share those appointments. And I always call it a play date. Want to come over for a play date? And I might have even said that to you, Sarah. I mean, I don't know. Sarah had contacted me because she wanted me to show her daughters how to use the product. And it was just kind of a natural way, natural lead in to that is to say, well, come on over, let's play.
That's exactly what you said. And you're just lucky enough that I had the 2 kids. And so they were all over that and knew instantly what that meant, which was perfect. So the 3 of us, 3 girls, had a play date. Yeah.
Fun.
And it was very comfortable. It was just an easy way to do it. So I'll bet, Sarah, that because that worked for you and you were comfortable, you'll probably say the same thing. Let's play. So that's what we do. We share the.
Oops, I think Susan froze up. Susan, you froze up, or else my computer's frozen up. Are you, Susan?
No, she froze.
Okay, she did freeze.
Susan froze.
Okay, she froze with the love. Okay, well, I'm going to just keep on moving on. So number 2 then is to get the products on people's faces. Show the products, whether it's samples, whether it's getting together for a play date, whether it's doing a Facebook Live party, whether it's inviting people to a virtual parties. Let them know about the products, get samples or get products on their face, and book appointments, schedule appointments. It could be one person at a time. It could be a party. And a party is a hostess and at least 2 people, and they can come. Yeah, we know, Susan. She just said her screen froze. So anyway, so that is booking appointments. The third thing that we do, and again, this is simple. We love the product. We schedule appointments to get the product on people's faces. We sell the product. We share the product, and we let people know that not only are they getting an amazing skincare line and a fabulous color line, they get us. And I think that's huge, because I'm not a woman behind a counter that is going to try to sell you something you don't need. I'm going to become your girlfriend. I'm going to get to know your family, your kids, you know, what's going on in your life. And that is critical, even more so today than ever. The relationships that we build is what sells the product, because we're here, we're authentic, we care about our clients. And the best paycheck that I can get is when my customers go, oh my gosh, you're the best. I just love you so much. Thank you so much. I just love you. I love Mary Kay products. I love the service. I love getting my products so quickly. That is, to me, what it's all about, is the relationships and loving our customers and having our customers love us back. Because when that happens, they're going to tell their girlfriends, and they're going to say, oh my gosh, you got to try Mary Kay, and you need to talk to Susan Finley. She's amazing. So that's how we sell the products. We get it on their faces, we love them, and we sell to them because they fall in love with us, they trust us, and we have a relationship. Anything you want to add to that, Susan, since you are now unfrozen?
Gosh, I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. I was talking and you all were like, and nothing happened. I'm like, I'm moving, and none of you were. Did you hear me talking going, I'm frozen?
Oh,
it's weird.
we saw you text or chat.
Okay, when we talk about selling the product, we sell it online, we sell it on the face, we sell it on the go. So there's so many ways to do that. So yes, Teresa is right. And the fourth thing we do is we provide great customer service. I promise you guys, this sets us apart from everybody. And it's I don't even give it a second thought anymore. It's just the Mary Kay way. Mary Kay herself taught Teresa and I about customer service, and my husband always laughs because I'll say, gosh, my customer is so-and-so, you know, she just loves me. She says, gosh, I can't believe you brought this here so fast, and why wouldn't I? And my husband says, well, you have to do just this much good customer service, and you're this much above everybody else in the world. We live in this Amazon Prime society where people could get it online like tomorrow. So you got to be able to get the product to them quickly, but there's not a relationship with Amazon. You know, they have you're putting the samples down in there. You're spritzing their bag with a Mary Kay fragrance. You're writing a love note on their invoice, appreciating them. And so that truly does set us apart. We're not behind an intimidating counter. And where Teresa was talking about relationships, I have a customer in Zionsville that, she sends me her checks. She's not somebody that really likes to do online payment, and we're pretty much all credit cards and PayPal and Venmo and ProPay and all of those. But this client always writes me a check, and she always mails it to me with a note. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, Speedy, as always, you're the best. And that is so precious. That just feeds my spirit. So those kinds of things are paychecks of the heart. And then I'm remembering a time where Jade was a newborn, and she was in her little car seat in the back of my pink Cadillac. It was the big DeVille. Remember the sedan, Teresa? Okay. And Reggie happened to be driving it without me. Now, that never happened. But I was at a sales meeting. He had the baby. He stopped to get gas. Jade was screaming her head off in the back seat. And a lady came up to him and said, "Excuse me, do you sell Mary Kay?" And he's like, no, he was frazzled. The baby was crying. And she goes, he goes, "No, but my wife does. And I think I have her card." He gave her my card.
Uh-oh.
She has literally 18 years. Still talks about that. So just that relationship, the service, I followed up with her immediately. So those kinds of things, it's little things, but it means a lot.
It is. I just want my customers to be my best friends. I want them, above all, to love me. I know they're going to love Mary Kay products. That's a given. But here's the thing. If you go into a really great restaurant and the food is amazing, right? I mean, you go in, but the service is not so good. She's late. She's just not very friendly. You're not going to go back. The food may be great, but you're not going to go back. But you go into a restaurant that the food's good, but your service is just amazing. And that's the kind of environment that you want. So that's what we do, is provide excellent customer service. That's our number one priority, is above everything else. And then the fifth thing, because we love the product, because we've scheduled appointments to show the product, because we've sold the product and developed a customer base, and we've provided great customer service, we just work to develop the techniques to do all of those things really well and with skills, and we just keep doing them over and over again. The more you do it, the more confident you're going to become, the better you're going to get. I remember a long time ago, I had a consultant in my unit that went on to earn 2 free Mary Kay automobiles. But when she was a brand new consultant, she called me. She's like, "Okay, so when am I going to get all this? When are all the pieces going to come together? Because I just had a party and I just didn't feel really very confident." And I said, "So Marianne, how many parties have you held so far?" And she said, "I don't know, 3 or 4. And I said, "Hold 10 or 20 and then call me back, because now it's just practice. It's just practice. And you know what? Nobody's face is going to fall off. Nobody's going to hate you. Basically, what you want to do is laugh. If you drop an eyebrow pencil on the carpeting and accidentally step on it and breaks and gets a big old stain on the carpet or streak on the carpet, you're going to laugh and apologize. Those things are going to happen. I mean, you're going to forget washcloths and you're going to have to borrow a towel or whatever. Have fun with this business and just keep doing it over and over and over again until you're confident in your presentation and in your products and in your product knowledge. Susan, anything you want to add to that?
You just gave me an idea that we should each share one of the funniest things that ever happened to us at a skincare party.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell this one right now. It's so horrible. You would think I would have quit immediately, but I'm so glad I didn't. I had this new little house in Jeffersonville, and I also had a new puppy. And this customer was going to come over for a Mary Kay facial, and I barely knew her. I just saw her when I was out walking. And as the doorbell rang, and I walked from the bedroom toward the door, I saw in the middle of the rug that the dog had left a little present for me. So she's standing right there. It's a storm door. She sees me. I can't suddenly, pick up dog do and her not notice. And so she came in. I go, "Oh my gosh," I was so embarrassed. I got this new puppy and she's not a housework. She goes, "Oh, no, big deal." And I said, "Okay, I'm going to get this cleaned up." And so she walks over to my back door and she's looking out the patio and all the flowers, and I'm cleaning up Maddie's mess. And she walked back around to the table and I'm like, something didn't smell very good. Well, it turned out that the dog had also potted over by the door, that she had stepped in it and then walked back around to my table, leaving. I see people laughing, leaving marks everywhere she went. I just wanted to die. And she was so gracious. It's one of those moments I thought, oh my gosh, did this ever happen to Mary Kay herself? You know, so I was in deep doo-doo that day for sure. But I think it was like a $250 facial and she became a really good customer. So there you go.
There you go.
Stuff happens, okay?
It does. It does. We don't get all caught up in it, okay? Again, nobody's face is going to fall off. Nobody's going to die. They're just going, have fun. We're real. So that's how we sell. And then we also share the business opportunity. And I think that's important right off the bat, that you make sure that when you're in somebody's space, not only are you sharing our product line, but you're letting them know a little bit about our career opportunity. You may not have a ton of facts, and you don't need a ton of facts. You need to know just what you knew to make a decision to become a consultant. So, first of all, you're just going to be happy and excited about being in Mary Kay, and then tell people how much you enjoy it. I mean, when you're sharing the products, you say, I don't know if you've ever thought about doing what I do. And, I'm quite frankly surprised that I'm doing it at this point, but I'm having a ball. And, part of my training is to share some facts about the Mary Kay business opportunity. And I would love to get your opinion. It's not going to cost you anything, and you don't have to decide to do this, but you could probably be a great talent scout for me if this is not something for you. So you let people know about the business opportunity right off the bat, just when, it just comes with sharing the product. Susan, anything you want to add to that?
No, you're right. It can just be as simple as what Teresa said. I don't know if this could be the furthest thing from your mind, but I'd feel terrible if I found that this could have been as wonderful for you as it is for me, and I didn't even tell you about it. So just so I can sleep at night, can I tell you just a few little facts about our business, and you can tell me what you think? So it can just be something very simple like that. But don't forget to open your mouth and at least offer that to people. They'll make the choice, but consider it part of your job to at least tell people how much you love it and that they could do it too.
And don't forget, on Saturday mornings, we're doing our virtual beauty sessions, and the first 15 minutes, we're highlighting either a product or a demonstration or something about the products, but the last 15 minutes, we're going to take a little peek into pink and talk for 15 minutes about our business opportunity. So invite guests to come and get both of those experiences. And I'll just give a little kudos to Bobby. She had a guest on with us Saturday morning. And after just watching me do brows and Susan talk about her Mary Kay adventure and journey and a little bit about the facts about the business, she is very, very, very interested in becoming a consultant. So you never know. And I love the fact that, it's something that we can make available to you. And don't forget, all of these things are recorded. So you can send these to your customers and let them watch at any time. Jenny, you've got a question?
Yes, I had a consultant to ask me today, can you talk about the ProPay and the benefits of ProPay, and let them know also if the customer receives a product from the delivery service, and if they don't like it, what happens?
Okay. We
Does that
can.
make sense?
Yes, that you want to talk about ProPay, and you want to talk about if a customer gets a product that they don't like, whether they receive it from your inventory or customer delivery service, the answer is the same. And here's what I'm going to say, because we only have a few minutes. We could do this one of two ways. We're going to direct you to some information right now that is part of your homework assignment that will give you some of this information. And the other thing is, and this is not a bad thing, we are having our pink huddle tomorrow night at 7:00. Why don't we make that one of the questions, one of the topic questions that we cover even in our pink huddle? Does that sound good? And it'll be recorded because it's not hard and it's not a lengthy process. I just don't want to go much past our 30 minutes tonight. But ProPay and what happens when a customer doesn't like a product. And we'll cover those tomorrow night at 7. But tonight, we're going to give you some homework assignments that will give you some of that information right now. And I will tell you this, I'm just going to kind of wrap up the team building part of it. It's the same thing with the selling part of it. Once you're happy in your Mary Kay business and you're telling other people how much you love it and you're selling the product and you're making money and you're showing other people how to sell the product and make money, you do the same thing. You just continue to develop those skills that make you good at it and confident with it, and you just keep repeating. That's the way we learn. Okay. So here's our assignments for tonight, for this next week. And I'm going to switch screens here real quick. I could actually share my screen if I wanted to. Hold on. Okay, I will. I think I will. I will. Bear with me. That screen does not need to be there. Okay. And well, isn't that weird? Okay, here we go. It's not going to let me. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Are you trying to share, Teresa?
I was just trying to share where they're going to find their homework assignments, but that's okay. What I want you to do is, what we want you to do is go into Mary Kay in Touch, go to Education, and go to New Independent Beauty Consultants Start Here, and go to Manage Your Business.
Here it is. Education, New Independent Beauty Consultant Start Here. And then down here it says Manage Your Business. Do you see it?
Yep. Thank you.
Okay.
And so there are 7 links: online ordering, online independent beauty consultant agreements, order fulfillment options, weekly accomplishment sheets, my customers, compensation, and contests. What we want you to do is just click on each one of those. And for instance, online ordering, if you haven't already clicked on that, go on there. You can start playing with actually placing an order. You don't have to place it. Just get in there and start, figuring out what kind of products you might want, things you might want for yourself, things that some of your customers have already, potential customers have already mentioned. You can just go in there and save it. Just want to go there so you see what it's like to place an online order. Your recruiter or Susan or I will help you with your initial order. So this is not something we want you to really do, but just get in there and play. Same thing with online beauty.
It's fun because if you look at this, for example, just to play around even without placing an order, what if I clicked on TimeWise Ultimate Miracle Set 3D? Well, there's a picture of it. Tells me all about it. So you can learn about the products there as well as in Product Central. So it is kind of fun. Go ahead, Teresa, sorry.
Lots of great information, section 2, some of the sales aids and things that are available to you. Online independent beauty consultant agreement. Again, this is what place that if somebody said, yeah, I'm ready to sign up, this is where you would go. And there's a couple other ways to get there, but this is where you would go to send them a link. So you want to click on that and see about that. Order fulfillment options. This is really an important place because there are a lot of ways that your customers can get products from you. Obviously from your inventory. If you've got inventory on hand, my local customers, they know that they can order one day and I'm going to have their product to them either that day or typically the next day, and probably 90% of the time. So from your inventory, but also from customer delivery service, which is something that the company offers us, and also from guest checkout. I mean, there are different ways that they can go to your website and actually place an order and have it shipped directly to them. Rather than explain all of that to you, spend some time under order fulfillment options and read through there. Same thing, weekly accomplishment sheets. You guys, you want to track. There's not a lot of paperwork in this business. It's not a hard business. It's a super simple business, but weekly accomplishment sheets, just filling out a weekly accomplishment sheet. This is something that's actually going to go to Susan or I, and it's going to let us know what kind of week you had. Did you have some high sales? Did you have any sales? Did you have a 0 week? Did you do anything? It's okay if you don't. but it's fun to fill it out, and it's fun to kind of set yourself a little challenge. Well, I had a $100 week this week. That's so much fun. Next week, I'm going to shoot for a $200 week. So this is a way that you can track and see what you're doing every week, and it keeps you focused on your goal. The My Customers, this is a place that you can manage your customers, manage everything about them. And so you definitely want to spend some time there learning it. And there is a My Customers app that you can put on your phone or your computer. Compensation is all the ways that you can make money in Mary Kay. And then contests are all the ways that you can win currently and all the different kinds of prizes that you can win. So we want you to spend some time on each one of those 7 links, and then let us know if you have any questions. And the other thing that I'll say, just to come back to Jenny's question about ProPay, if you want to learn about ProPay, if you go under ordering on Mary Kay in Touch, there is a drop down box, and one of them says ProPay. Click on that and it will tell you all about ProPay. ProPay allows you to accept credit cards or debit cards on your Mary Kay website. And if you started with an eStart, that is a free service to you that's normally $40 a year, $39.95. So definitely want to check out ProPay and read through that. And then call again Susan or I to kind of walk you through if you've got any questions about signing up for ProPay. And then as far as the return policy, I will just, we'll spend some time on that tomorrow night. I think that's a really good topic to train on tomorrow night, because I don't think people take near the advantage of the 100% return. I return stuff every month. You know, if I get a lipstick bag, I tell my customers, and I will close out with this, you will hurt my feelings if you have anything in your Mary Kay drawer or in your product drawer that you're not using that you don't love. You'll hurt my feelings because it costs me nothing to return it. And I know that you're not going to have a cosmetics graveyard full of things that you're not using. And, you know, they really appreciate that, because people sometimes will go, well, I wasn't really sure about it. I'm like, no, I want you to love it. I want you to love the fragrance, the foundation, the lipstick color, whatever. I want to make sure that you're in love with it. And I love returning products. Anything you want to add, Suze?
No, just finish with a little Dr. Seuss quote. You're off to great places. Today's your day. So thank you for being with us, you guys. And again, just so you know, that link, it was on In Touch. You're going to education, new independent beauty consultants, start here. And then you can scroll on down to manage your business. And those are the things you want to click around and learn. If you're getting a little later start on your training, like Sarah was not able to be on the call last week, don't feel overwhelmed, Sarah. Don't feel like you got to do all this wham bam, this week. Finish what you started from last week, and then just take your time to ease into some of this. And I'm here if you need my help.
We're here to help you guys. We want you to get through all this, but if you've got a hiccup, call us, text us, and let us know. Thank you a lot for spending some time with us. We really appreciate you, and we're off to great places like bed. Good night.
Yeah. Good night. Bye.
Have a good